Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go here in Baltimore. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple yards. Of a first down, that's a pickup of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He's into space past the 25. And they're gonna get this ball down to the 20-yard line. First down. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's a Browns first down.
Got it. Ready? Set up.
The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. Now he's free at the 35. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 89 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Bill looks to throw. That's brought in right side by Pickett. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
8-yard pickup.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the 1st down.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
They'll look to set up the screen here. Into space at the 45. And he'll get about... yards here as he's out of bounds. That'll make things a little easier on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. The Browns getting their punting team out there. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return. A pass the 15-yard line. backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Back at the 13-yard line.
We are through one. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. And they've got second and long, 2nd and 14.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, Alpha, come on. Shot.
To throw is Jackson. Got an open downfield on the crossing route. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Jackson. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Play action. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Ryan received. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
These are the type of negative plays that you just can't allow to happen, especially when you find yourself trailing. They continue to lose chunks of yards on these sacks, and they want to claw themselves out of this hole. They're going to have to protect the quarterback.
And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down. In motion, Reed. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Now it's Jackson. Open man left side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Second and 7. To the air one more time with Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender fighting his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Jackson up top again, in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Loop to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line. Let's go.
Back to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. It is uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's Matthew Golden. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
It's a gain of 14
First catch
yards.
for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. This one intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Sisco. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
At the 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Forced out wide. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he is out of bounds. That's a couple yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Browns. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. The PAT up and good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 10-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2nd and 10.
Hey, Alf, it's hot. Put on. It's hot.
On play action, here's Jackson. Going for it all. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Signaled for and Jacobs. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he gets this up close to the 40. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play.
2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the sideline and caught by Pickens. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
47-yard line.
Let's go.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for our Browns. 1st down.
Now, faking the give. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That one is good. And the Browns will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and you'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 7. That is caught out wide on the RPO. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
4 brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson now. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Baltimore.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's third down and 6.
On third down, Jackson. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, as that catch gets him a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Second down, Jackson. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Now, after the touchdown, the loop is back out to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone. For a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He's taken down just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one, a gain of 18. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. That's brought in right side by Pickett. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down. Jaden Reed was the intended target. And it'll bring up second and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. This one is caught by Reed. And he'll take this down to the 2, but a good tackle there. Going to set up third and goal.
Ready up!
comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He's going to like not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
This year.
He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's first down, and they'll run. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Off he goes. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for a Raven first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield. It's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain. Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Exiting the pocket right. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Baltimore.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
16-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
They come to the line needing 6 yards for a first down. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball. They get the man, and it's no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's first and 10. Back to the air one more time. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9. Now second and inches. They'll look to throw again. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before third and inches. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The open man is Reed. He's got it.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the fourth. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal. Now, first and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Browns have taken a 4-point advantage. the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
13. Hey.
One last shot now for Jackson. Now he'll air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.